Today is a day where my sanity ran, and it ran out to 0, 0. Hi guys, today I have no sandy for Umineko. My brain is made of mush. Goodness gracious. Before I got here, I was basically like barely keeping it together. Work is a stressful thing, and I was is too much work. But now it's time to go crazy for something else, and that might be less stressful. It might be less stressful. One can hope. Now it's time for Umineko. Nako. Waka. Hello, Ark. Welcome. Time to maybe get some answers. Victor, you're being way too... Yeah, wrong Ark. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I turn off I fucking change the settings every time I do this because I'm recording fucking dialogue, so I gotta change the settings so that way only the voices are active each time I do this. Okay, fix that up again. Fourth pip, fifth pip. There we go. Okay, fixed it. Awesome. No, we're right. Right, okay, I did progress beyond this. Whoops, let's jump. Huh? You know about Beto? Oh, I need to talk with her a little. But someone can tell that Beto would do something like this. Can you imagine that too, Mammon? Beto likes pranks like this, right? Yeah, that might be true. I wouldn't put it past Beatrice Sama to pull a vicious prank like a letter from the dead. Right. Because not everyone was... people aren't likely to be at the Super Robot Wars 30 streams. The people we know have gotten a letter so far are Kumasawa's family, Nanjo's family, and Balor's family. I would like to say that there's a possibility it is not to pay off her accomplices or to make up for the people she's gonna kill and their families, but it might instead, the letters and the money might instead be, thank you for all you guys have done for me, but I'm still killing myself. So I give you guys, your families, great monies. Which, you know what? Nanjo and Kumasawa were old fucks, and, well, if you haven't seen Balor for years, you don't know exactly where he's gonna be at, so might as well give it to his sweet little sister you learn about from Aria, right? No, not just that part. Beatrice would find it more fun to do it in a way that was a little bit uncertain instead of one that was absolutely certain. You'd find an uncertain method more fun. Remember Marie Onechen's diary. Had quite a lot of descriptions of playing with Beatrice. How? Actually, how? No, literally, how the fuck? Like, okay, let's say in theory that, like, Maria got her diary when she was fucking 4, or started writing in her diary when she was 5. Okay. 4 years? No, sorry. 3 years, actually, because on the 4th year, well, okay, possibly 4 years, fine. She would have only interacted with fucking, Beto for like what, a week at most over 4 years? It's like, Kind of insanity when you think about it like that. Occasionally, some of these involve Beto playing pranks on the adult relatives with Maria. But those pranks always followed a certain little aesthetic principle, which was that things are more fun if they are uncertain. One day, Maria Onechan had brought a wind-up minicar, and she and Beto decided to use it for a prank. Wait a second, we know that the relatives would sometimes visit the island at times other than the conference? I understand that, Rush. I'm just kind of surprised, I guess, that, like... Yeah, no, I'll say this. I'm surprised Rosa would come that often. Because obviously Maria can't go by herself, so... So, like, I guess that's what I'm kind of surprised about. It's not like it's unbelievable. It's just like, huh. I would not think Rosa would come to Rokujima that often on times other than the, like, meetings. I mean, what, she comes over there and Kraus is there? Like, fuck no. You really think she wants to be there with Kraus? So, you know, just kind of a case of just like, huh. Did not see that coming. It was a Pablo Torre at the time. If you made that mini car back up, it would wind up the spring in the tires, and when you let it go, it would race forwards. Then he wound up that mini car and set it in the shadow of a milk jug. In other words, the prank was that if you loaded the milk jug, the mini car would jump forwards, and surprise whoever did that. Hoping that someone would get caught in the prank, Onechan and Beto had watched the adults from the shadows for their whole tea time. Looking forward to seeing who would get caught by it, but only no one moved the trapped milk jug, and the trap never went off. When Onechan muttered we should put it somewhere where they definitely get caught by it, Beto apparently said this. She said, traps where you don't know who will get caught, or even whether anyone will get caught at all, are almost thrilling and fun. Has Maria ever talked to Cannon? Sorry, it just hit me. I'm just like, I know Maria and Cannon have been in the same room together and everything, but I just kind of hit me that, like, I don't think Maria ever speaks up, like, in response to something Cannon says, and Cannon, I don't think Maria ever talks to Cannon. I don't think Cannon ever talks to Maria directly. I like that. I don't know if that means anything necessarily, but I just realized I don't. Like, I can think of times when she directly responded to what Shannon was saying, but Cannon? I'm a bit less certain. Probably true that you wouldn't get that kind of excitement from a trap that would definitely catch someone. This kind of description occurred in multiple places. Making it impossible to guess that the witch called Beatrice is quite a fickle character and loved a random thrill. A fickle person is very hard to deal with. I can't flip over the chessboard. Find out what that witch from 12 years ago was planning. As Angie realized that she really should have been smarter as a child, her gaze wandered from place to place. Then she suddenly showed interest in the wall. There, a number of framed photographs were hung. Oh shit. Honestly, I don't know why they say flip the chessboard instead of turn the chessboard over, or switch your perspective or something about the chessboard. Otherwise, anyway, many were commander photos from when the Kumasawas got together as a family and went somewhere to play, and Kumasawa herself was in many of them. Please, 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 please. Tell me, show a specific person. Show someone who shouldn't be there who was a Kumasawa, please. Gary! Say it with a smile at me. Made it so you can always hear the lighthearted ho 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 laugh. This is memory. Do you remember the 70s sort of a cheerful old lady? Do you know anything? Notice anything different about Kumasawa-san the days leading up to the incident? Nope. She looked the same as ever. Probably about how tough the family comms was and how put it on her edge, same as always. What's this? Among the number of frames, there's one that had something other than a picture of people in it. Oh shit! Reveal! There's a photograph on a large relief of a door from a Western-style house or something. I couldn't see an interesting subject in particular, which actually bugged me a bit, as I wonder why anyone had gone to all the trouble of taking it. Show the picture! Show the picture! As I got closer, I realized some of the text had been written in paper. Show the picture! Show the picture! Show the picture!
Ah,
oh yeah, that's what I got when mom's salons were distributed. What the fuck? I think it was probably something to do with the legend of the goat thing. What the fuck? What am I looking at here? I mean, it looks a bit like the chapel. But I know it's not the chapel. So what the fuck am I looking at? Or wait a second, what's... No, this is a chapel. It might not be the chapel, but look up there. You can see a cross. This is totally a chapel, isn't it? But the question is it the chapel? Which is epitaph, you mean? Remembering the location, the hidden 10 tons of gold? Yeah, that's the chapel. Oh! You know what? I didn't think it looked the same, but I only guessed because, well, one, the picture layout is similar, from what I recall, and also two, yes, the Christ is above us. Kumasawa-san tried to solve it too, I see. My throat. Don't worry, Carrie. They added another character, so that way we knew how fucked we were. Because Carrie, during that last stream, we learned. Oh God, we got so much information. I can't even begin to put into words. But this isn't the epitaph. First time I've seen it. There was an arch above the western side door, and that arch had a relief. It was an inscription in English, and that seemed to be the focus of the photograph. The pen writing appeared to be a translation into Japanese. Oh, these words that we couldn't understand before. I'm sorry, say that again? This door will only open with the probability of... Fuck, count... I can't count that number. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 1 in a quadrillion. Thank you! Door will only open with a probability of 1 in 1 quadrillion. You're only blessed with a probability of 1 in 1 quadrillion. I don't know it. Nothing like this ever showed up in the epitaph for One-Chan's diary.
お袋の遺品の中に碑文の謎解きに挑戦していると思われる写真やノートが結構出てきたんですわ。
Actually, let's look that up. Quadrillion and... Did he just say kill?
この扉は1000兆分の1の確率でしか開かない。あなたは1000兆分の1の確率でしか祝福されない。
She's not. So what? How is she saying that?
碑文にもお姉ちゃんの日記にも出てこ
For
ない。
obvious reason, I can't actually understand what she's saying when she's saying quadrillion. Why is there a fucking fandom wiki for Japanese numbers? Why is there an entire fandom wiki for just Japanese numbers, guys? What the fuck? Actually, let's write that. Can I take a screenshot? You know what? Fuck it. Take an actual picture. Because Japanese numbers are weird. Okay, I know she's not saying.
この扉は1000兆分の1の確率でしか開かない。
I do not understand Japanese enough to know when she's saying the
1000兆分の1の
numbers.
確率でしか祝福されない。知らないわ。こんな文章、碑文にもお姉ちゃんの日記にも出てこない。
Guppy saying the official translation to spell other words here rather than writing other digits. Understandable. I will say that okay, so remember when... remember Kirei saying maybe you have to... Maybe it's like letters and stuff? Maybe this has something to do with it, but fuck if I know, because... Well, if the original riddle is in Japanese and this is the translation... Wait, hold on, no, hold on, fuck. God fucking damn it, okay, the translation's getting me now. What is written on the door? So I'm assuming what Guppy's saying is right. It's what's written on the door is in English, is on the arc in English is the words, this door will only open with a probability of 1 in a quadrillion? Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. So this isn't fucking multiple languages. I'm having to untranslate my mind. Yeah. So is that written as 1? Yeah, I remember. I just realized that, Guppy. Is that so? How is that written in the original? Is it written as the numbers, or is it written as 1 and then the word in and then the word quadrillion? Without knowing the word, it's the word. Okay. Remember, Carrie. Let's remember for a second that 1 in quadrillion. Okay. So the reason I bring that up at all is because in episode 3, Kirei was... fuck, I don't have access to the epitaph in this version, in this episode, for some fucking reason. But in episode 3, Kirei suggested that perhaps the epitaph was referring to letters and stuff. So if it is in the church, like we were saying by deductive reasoning, maybe this has something to do with it, because these are the only words we know associated with the church. But I don't know which words in the sentence you take out, or which ones you need to keep, or why you would even need to do that. So, like, okay, it's in the church. What does this have to do with anything, though, you know? Like, that's the question that comes up. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, we found it in the church. But what's the relevance to this? Is there a key? Is, like... Because if it's a hidden door inside the church that leads to the golden... leads to the room... leads underground to the gold, then I'm not sure what the relevance of the... like... I'm not sure what the relevance to the riddle up here, or the engraving, really means to finding the gold. Like, okay, if you find out it's in the church, and let's say for some reason your bones are made of glass, so you can't just break down the walls. So how does this help you open the door? You know? There was that rumor that Tenten the Barge was hidden somewhere. No wonder she was so besotted by it. In both Maria Onechinzari and her grimoire, there was a description of the witch's epitaph. Mentioned about how it was a ritual to open the door to the golden land, and Beatrice's resurrection ritual, and Beatrice's succession ceremony, and so on. Perhaps the most interesting one was the last line, the succession ceremony. According to Beatrice, if you were to solve the witch's epitaph, you would receive not only the 10 tons of gold and the Umineko family inheritance, but her own magical power and name, as well as the title Golden Witch. Among the Umineko family at the time, the witch's epitaph was thought as a difficult quiz, which the head, Kinzo, had prepared to select his successor. But in the Mirage Sorcière interpretation, the questionnaire was Beatrice herself, and she had posed a question in part to choose her successor. There's a slight discrepancy in the details of the two interpretations. Either way, its disturbing contents brought to mind a bloody serial murder. And both the message bottles depicted a crime that followed that pattern. If I could solve the witch's epitaph now, 12 years later, I wonder if I could expose some plot made back then. I tried to solve it many times myself, but never did have a clue what it meant. It seems that many witch hunters have been trying as well. I also found that theories like the La Plata theory and the Nora theory in certain books. What the fuck are those? However, none of these theories were conclusive. Really? You're not gonna fuck you, Angie. Why would you mention theories and not bring them up?
他にも資料が
Are there any other materials?
あると思うけど
I think so, but they were all split between my siblings. We live in all of the parts of the world. Find all 20 pieces and you shall unlock the truth.
誰が何を持ってる
I
や
don't
らさっぱりですわ
clue who has what.
申し訳ない
Sorry.
この熊沢さんが撮影した英文だけ読むとめったに開かれない開かずの扉という印象を受ける
The family suggested the key was a phrase and Eva found the phrase in the atlas. More specifically, Eva found out whatever the fucking key was. Which was... Okay, God, I have to remember the epitaph from memory. It seemed to be wherever Kinzo's home... It seems to be related to where Kinzo's beloved home was. As both Rosa and Eva were able to lay like, oh, fuck, I know which place that is. And then that easily led them to the answer somehow. Like, apparently the answer was really easy for them once they knew the key. Which is interesting. I was reading the English text that Kumasawa-san took a picture of. Gives the impression that it was a written door that was rarely opened.
でもこれは屋敷
Where in the
の
mansion is it, I wonder?
光の具合から屋外みたいだけど
Judging by lighting, it looks like it's outside.
熊沢さんは
I wonder if Kumasawa suspected the gold was hidden there.
隠されていると睨んでたのかしら
I mean, if you go with my interpretation of things, I think Kumasawa might have known where the gold was.
さあ
If she's been working with Kinzo long enough, then Kumasawa just knowing where the gold is and never telling anyone about that is not that hard to believe, frankly.
いずれにせよ六軒島の
Who knows? In any
屋
case,
敷
it's
の
probably
どこかだ
somewhere in the
な
Rokujima mansion. Incorrect statement, good sir.
お袋の預
It's
金
a pity, but it wasn't the kind of money in Mom's bank account to make me think she found the
発見
gold.
したと思えるようなお金は入ってませんでしたよさすがに見つからんかったんでしょうな
She probably didn't find it after all. The golden witch Beatrice gave 10 tons of gold to Kinzo, which meant that the witch was the true owner of the gold. Beatrice was the owner of all the vast fortunes of the Umineko family. The witch owning this vast wealth had massacred the humans on Rokujima on that day, and sent large amounts of money to their surviving relatives like it was a game. Like how it's a letter from the dead. This is a desecration of the dead. I was once again convinced. My family who died on the island that day didn't die and go to heaven. They're entrapped by the witch even now and are being desecrated and tormented for all of eternity. Man, I feel like Beetle would be really sad to hear you say that, honestly. I feel like Beetle would cry herself to sleep. The last place Angie visited was a store in a region where residential and commercial areas intermingled, with a signboard saying Marufuku Sleep Shop. There lived the man who had been captain of the ferryboat to... Fuck you! I knew he would be important! Here we go! I've been suspecting you since like episode 2, motherfucker! Give me your answers! You are incredibly important! You open opened the fucking box! And you decided the state of the box! Answer my questions! Even you once as a man of the sea had retired after contracting a serious illness. It was me taking care of the house of his son and his son's wife. Motherfucker! Captain Kawabara! An old man who used to captain their high-speed boat that went to Rokujima and back. It is beyond doubt that the existing survivors, he's the one who knows the most about Rokujima. Remember his comments by the servants who used to go to and from the island, and the media hoped that he might be quite knowledgeable with the internal affairs of the Ushinomiya family. However, he would say nothing, and so they eventually began to forget about this old man. Motherfucker knows more than he lets on! I'm gonna interrogate him for fucking hours! I remember you well. You were about yay high. Look at you now. You must have been absolutely devastated. I understand how you feel, believe me. Former boat captain was so full of energy, you couldn't really tell he had retired in the first place. His memory seemed clear too. He had a good memory of things that had happened more than decade prior, and seemed that he could even remember how Angie had been at the time. All the conversation was very helpful for Angie. At the same time, the captain also remembered the final family conference very well. The fact that he had detailed memories of when Balor was gonna fall uproar on the boat was instead painful for Angie. Oh. Well, I guess that's confirmation that Balor was on the island. I'm gonna actually make that note down. Was on the island at least for a little. It had been so back then as well, but even now there's no public way to cross Rokujima. Does this say make an individual request to an owner of a boat to make the voyage? I said I managed to arrange for a boat to Rokujima. So if he refused me, the voyage to Rokujima would probably become hopeless. No need to explain. If he knows he's not finding a boat, we wouldn't go to that island at this point. Nowadays, some don't even call it Rokujima anymore. They call it by its own name. Akujikijima. Akujikijima. Can't see you getting anything around here to help you out. Originating Rokujima had been feared as an island of disaster by the fishermen. When the incident happened 12 years ago, that fear reached its peak. They respected the sea, feared it, and revered it. There was almost no sailors who would try to take a boat to the cursed island. Because of that, most of the witch hunters were unable to cross over to Rokujima, and were limited to taking a trip around the island. Ironically, this caused the mysterious mystique surrounding Rokujima to increase even more, and resulted in the proliferation of the bizarre witch stories they love so much. You take me on your boat? You're supposed to give her back to me just for tomorrow. The engine acting up lately, though. Is it weird that I'm kind of untrusting of this motherfucker? Well, crank it up to full throttle. Is it weird that I'm kind of untrusting of this motherfucker because he's the one who opened the box and he is being very open about it, like a lot more open about talking than most fucking people ever are. The former boat captain promised that tomorrow he would go back to his previous job and key his boat out to Rokujima. With this, I managed to secure a method of transfer to Rokujima. A little bit. I feel like he's gonna take a gun and shoot us in the back. Angie in the back as soon as we get there. That's the bad feeling I kind of have. With this, I'd probably secure a I managed to secure a method of transport to Rokujima. This is probably all I can do on Nijima. All that's left is tomorrow. On Rokujima, I'll reach the foundation of a journey that stretches back 12 years. See what I care. Look, I'm like a kicked puppy. I keep asking for info and people keep holding it back from me. So when they give it freely, I can't help but think there's gonna be some other part to it. Like, there's more to it. I'm sorry.
That's great news. You'll be able to go to the island now.
そうね。
Yes.
船を見つけ
I
る
heard
のは
this would
難
be
しいと
it
聞
would
い
be
て
hard
い
to
た
find
か
a
ら
boat, so the boat captain's collaboration really helped me out.
園児様ほどではないにしても
Although he may not have been as badly affected as you, Anji-sama.
船長にとっても12年前の事件は未だ抜けないトゲなんでしょうね
I'm sure the incident 12 years ago has put in a thorn in the captain's side as well. One that he hasn't been able to pull out. You ever act this way when McBurn is blasé about his info? Look, I trust McBurn more because McBurn isn't involved in murder. McBurn isn't direct. I trust McBurn because he looks cool. There we go.
Even the captain wasn't able to find closure. This whole time.
そりゃそうでしょう
Well, yeah.
約束通り10月5日に
If that guy had taken his boat on October 5th as promised, there's a chance he could have saved a great many
大勢
people.
可能性があるちょっと風が強いからといって船を絞らな
If he hadn't been hesitant with his boat just because of a little wind.
ウリュウそんなこと言っちゃダメだよ
Yuryu, you shouldn't say such things.
船長さんもそれを今日までずっと苦しんできたはずだよ
I'm sure that's been the captain constantly since that day.
If that had truly been right in the middle of the typhoon on October 5th. From the boat captain had known for certain that they would be trapped by the typhoon if they head to Rokujima on October 4th. The family very insisted upon that date, which had been determined beforehand as the date of the conference. It was only natural. All the boats had their own packed schedules and had come to the family conference having arranged their schedules in advance. They probably had their own circumstances, but them easily pushing it back next week just because the typhoon was approaching. It wasn't the boat's captain's fault. Perhaps you could say that he didn't feel so guiltless that he could place the whole blame wholly on the typhoon. Certainly, just as those two said, there's no doubt that the boat captain had been dragging the venture 12 years ago, along with him this whole time. And by taking me, the last member of the Ushromiya line, to the island. And bringing back safely, he might be trying to find some resolution for the past.
船は昼過ぎに帰ってくることになってる
The boat's meant to be coming back this afternoon. Take it to Rokujima after that, so we should get there before evening.
到着は夕方前になるだろう電気も明かりもない島だ
It's an island that has electricity or
あ
light.
まり長いはでき
You
ん
won't be
ぞ
able to stay long.
その程
In
度の
a short
上陸で
trip like this gonna satisfy you?
あんたの気は
I just
済む
want to
か
know if the
ね
fucking mansion's there still, my man. Honestly, for me personally, just knowing if the mansion is there is gonna be a fucking giant help. Like, seriously, two things I'd do if I got there. See if the mansion was there, climb a fucking tree. There we go. That's the minimum I need to do. Why climb a tree? Remember how there's supposed to be a giant fuck-off fence around Kuadorian? Yeah, I want to see if I can actually see that shit, because that thing looked massive as fuck.
長い舌から何かの気が済むというものでもありませんし。
It's not the kind of thing we're staying along to South Side anymore.
船を出してもらえるだけ
I'm
で
careful
も
you
感謝しま
just
す。
have you take me there.
すまんな。
Don't mention it.
わしが船を手放して
If
い
I
な
had
け
part
れ
of
ば
my boat, I wouldn't have to be so stingy and I'd be able to take you to the island
好
as
きな
much
だ
as
け
you'd like.
島へ案内してやれるんだが。
It's not like I have a go of doing something particular in Rokujima. So, the time of day I'll be staying there is evening. The evening, which straddles the two different worlds of day and night, seems most like a borderline between this world and the next. Or possibly between 1998 and 1986. And felt like the most fitting time to visit Rokujima. I don't think I'll be doing anything useful on the island. Staying there for just a few hours would be fine if I can find some closure. At that time, there's a small knock on the paper sliding door, and Amakusa stuck his head in, tapping his watch. I nodded back and told him I'd gotten hold of a boat for tomorrow.
それはよかっ
That's great.
た。そろそろ参りましょう。
No time for us to go.
船長、明日はよろしく
We'll be counting on you tomorrow, Captain.
おう、任せておけ。
You
お
betcha.
前さんたちの難儀な事情
And
も
all
聞
the
いた。
troubles you've had.
わしも当時のワイドショ
I
ー
was
を見て
watching
い
the
て
talk shows at the time and was
面白
disgusted by all the
半
people
分に
stirring up that
事件を
incident just for
数
fun.
に虫唾が走っとったもんだ。協力は惜しまんよ。
I'll be out any way I can.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
それでは明日お昼に。
Then I'll see you tomorrow.
これ
Here.
船代に。
As the fare for the boat. Angie took a wrapped wad of 10,000 yen bills from her pocket. The boat captain must have seen its thickness as well. But he paid absolutely no interest and shook his head.
わしはお前さんに感謝してる。
I'm grateful to you.
これは天のお導きだ。
This is guidance from heaven.
あんたを六軒島へ
I'm
連
being
れ
given a
て
final
行き
chance to take you to Rojima
そ
and
し
bring
て
me back
無事
safely.
に連れ帰る最後のチャンスをくださったんだ。わしは金蔵さんに任されていた最後の仕事を今ようやく
Now I'll be
終え
able
る
to
こと
finish the
が
final
できる。
job Kenzo-san entrusts me with. Do you... Do you have to sound this fucking suspicious? Why would you say that? That sounds like you're gonna fucking shoot. That sounds... Why? Why would you say that?
だからあんたには
I'm
感謝して
grateful
る。
to you.
金は
I mean, more than
当
enough.
時の
I got
金
more
蔵
than
さん
enough
から
from
たら
money
ふ
from
くもらってる。
Kenzo-san back then.
あんたから取れんよ。
Can't take it from you.
ありがとうございます。
Angie, no, don't just thank him. Ask, what does he mean by that? That could be taken a nice way, but I don't. It's about Kinzo. Anything about Kinzo can't be taken at face value because he's not a good fucker. Like, we know he doesn't mean it that way, but man, phrasing, it really does sound like, hey, Kinzo paid me off to kill all your family members, so now I just gotta finish the job. But great, it's like, I'm sorry, word it differently, my man. If you're not gonna kill her, then please word it differently. Watch your step up the stairs.
急だぞ。
They're a doozy. Went down the staircase that was the exact opposite accessible. It was getting hard to believe that these had actually been a chest of drawers and a TV in the room upstairs. Holy shit, this is filled. Most of the first floor was a bedding store, with many futons piled up on each other. The captain followed behind us as we weaved our way through the cramped futon shop. After cautiously checking around outside, Amakusa dashed out first and started up the car.
孫の部屋が空いとる。
My grandkid's room is
泊
empty.
まって行っても構わん
I
な。
really wouldn't mind if you stayed here.
見ての通り。
As you can tell, I'm to my ears in futons.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks for the offer.
万一の時、
But I can't cause you trouble if the worst comes to worst.
事情は知らん
I don't know
が
your circumstances. It seems like me, you caught up in a lot of
巻き
trouble.
込まれてるようだな。うさんくさい連中が人探しをしていると噂になっとる。
There's some rumors some shade people are on the lookout for someone.
あんたのことじゃないのかね？
Wouldn't happen to be you, is it?
So,
How should I know? Angie played dumb but looked as though the boat captain had guessed.
わしは六軒島を目指す客人を送り届け、
My job was to take visitors to Rokujima over to the
連れ帰ること
island
が仕事だった
and。bring them back again.
その仕事を12年前
That job was
に中
interrupted
断し
12 years
た
ago
ま
and
ま
it still hasn't been
ま
finished.
だ終えてない。だからわしは
So,
あんた
thanks to
の
you,
おかげでそ
I'm
の
being
仕
able to
事
finish that job.
をようやく終えることができるんだ。だから
So, what I'm saying,
わしにその仕事を
please let me finish
終え
this
させ
job.
てくれよ。わかってるな。
You understand?
ええ、
Yeah.
別に私は
It's not like I'm going to die there. Part of me does feel that. If I could die on that island, I would surely be able to go to where my family is. Angie, I swear to goodness, if you fucking jump off a cliff and kill yourself, I am going to revive you and then kill you myself. I had finally become aware of it. I might have been planning to die on that island. I might have come all this way, heading for Rokujima in search of a place to die. The boat captain had guessed that as well. And so, for emphasis, he told me again, don't.
ええ、死にません。
I won't.
約束します。
I promise. Jerry jumped off a skyscraper or cliff is light work. Honestly, at what point do you just go, fuck you? If she survives again from a height that she should not by any means survive off of, with no injuries, like, I don't know about her, but I take it as a sign, fuck you, fate, I guess I have to live now, fuck you. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I'd be like, if it happens, if I jump off a 90-story building and I survive twice, it's just like, you know what, maybe fate has something in store for me. Fuck you, fate. In the first place,
どうして六軒島に行かなくてはならないの
I'm
か
still
の目的さえ
unclear why I even want to go to
未だにあや
Rokujima.
ふやなんですから。
What the purpose is at all.
いや、目的はきっ
No, I'm
と
sure
ある。
there's gotta be one.
あんたにないなら、
If there's
そ
one for
れ
you,
は彼らにあ
then
る。
there is one for them.
島があんたを呼んだ。
The island called you.
だからあんたはここまで来たんだ。
That's why you came here.
そうかもしれませんね。
You might be right.
私は
I
呼ばれたのかもしれない。
might have been called. I was called. For what reason? For them. Mom? Dad? Valor One-chan? Oni-chan? Fuck, I messed it up. God damn it. And Marie One-chan. Or maybe the Golden Witch. Beatrice. What does Rokujima have for me? And what will I achieve? Even though tomorrow will almost certainly be my last, I still wasn't understand my own mission. There was the sound of a car stopping in front of the store and a short honk could be heard.
それでは明日
Then, I'll see you tomorrow.
失礼します。
Have a nice evening.
うん。
Mm-hmm. got past the stacks of food items in the narrow store and was about to go outside. Just then, my feet stopped.
どうしたね?
What is it?
あれは
What is that?
あれ?
That?
はて
What?
何の
This
話
gun
だ
I
ね?
have? What are you talking about? Coming over, I pointed at it. No matter how the boat captain squinted, he noticed absolutely nothing in the direction that should have surprised me. That means... that means...
ありえない。
What? Hold on a second. Fucking go back 2 seconds.
あれ? はて何の話だね?
Go back like 2 seconds. Nope. Okay, hold on. Oh, god damn it. I don't want the black screen. I want the fucking C.
事情は知らんが相当な厄介に巻き込まれてるようだな。
I don't see anything weird here. What the fuck is she going on about? Look at the background? Okay, I'll look again. Maybe I'm being blind too.
事情
Middle of left? Sakataro? What the fuck? What is Sakataro? No, look, it's Sakataro. What? What the fuck? This. That's Sakataro. That's his little fucking tail. What? How? That means... That means... impossible.
どうして
Why? Does that mean Rosa bought him? Did Rosa fucking lie about making Sakataro? That fucking bitch!
エンジ
Angie? Why?
どういうことなの
What's going on?
I don't have a clue either. There's no way something like that... something that ridiculous...
これは
Is this
魔法なの
magic?
奇跡な
A
の
miracle?
ええ
Yes, this is
多分
probably
これは運命
fate.
私は今
What really surprised me at this point? Look, I thought there might have been one nice thing she did. It turns out Sakutaro is a mouse-produced motherfucker! God damn it!
これが
This
私の
was my
使命だ
mission.
ったのよ
ウリュ
Yuryu?
私には
I'm one of a million?
なんだか
Oh no! I gotta go through my Buzz Lightyear arc now. Wait, is that out yet? I don't think so.
I don't have a clue what it's... I was frozen position, shaking, pointing to sitting darkness inside the store.
どうしたんだ
Oh,
ね?
what is it?
何があるん
What's
だ
over there?
わからん。
I don't understand.
あん
What
た
is
に
it
は
that you
何が見えてるの
see?
かね?
ありがとう船長
Thank you,
全
Captain.
部全部
All
これ
this,
は
all
運
of
命
it,
だったんです
it was all fate. In 1998, yes, Coin's story came out in 1995. Congratulations, Angie! Welcome to Toy Story. Would you like to eat Sakataro about it?
ここに私が
You're
訪れ
gonna be
る
visiting
こと
this
さえ
place.
運命だった
I can open up the background in game. Alright, I've been doing that to get some backgrounds for videos stuff. So that's not necessarily surprising. I was like, oh, I remember seeing this store, I think. Ooh, neato. I don't open up any of the files if I don't recognize them already, as you can probably guess. Yeah, if you can fucking pull it out art, go ahead and put it in the Discord.
これが
This
私が
is
六軒島へ
the
行く
mission and the purpose
目的で
that I'm going to Rokujima for. If that's true, what are the odds of running into over a decade stuffed animal on an isolated island? Fucking unbelievably unfucking likely!
どうしました
Anji-san? What is it? Something wrong?
わしにもさっぱり
I'm
わ
as
からん
clueless as you.
お嬢ちゃんが暗がりを
She's
指
gone
さ
still as
した
touch
まま
pointing to the
固まっち
darkness.
まったんだ。
エンジさん
Anji-san?
大丈夫ですか
Do you fucking lose your mind or something?
何が見えるんですか
What can you see?
あなたたちには見えないの
Can't you see it?
それよ
One
そ
in
れ
a quadrillion? Oh, fuck. Kenzo's here, too. Is Kenzo actually Sakataro? That right there.
見えないの
Can you see it?
見えるのはただの
I can see the normal display case.
誰も言いやしませんぜ
Is no one there, Missy?
無理や
You posted in chat? Perfect. Oh my god, it's even worse. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Iryu, Angie!
僕には
I don't know what's going
なんだ
on.
かわからないよ。これは
Is this
夢なの？
a dream?
I call it a nightmare, Sakataro, frankly.
魔法なの？
Magic?
Nightmare. Nightmare because Rosa got worse. Rosa got worse. Again. How does it keep going down? We were in the fucking core of the earth. How does it go further?
どういうことなの？
What's happening?
エンジェ
Angie?
Sakataro lifted his face towards Angie. From her eyes, not a single tear.
エンジ様
Angie-sama?
理解したわ
I understand.
お姉ちゃん
Ane-chan.
そして
And
ビアトリーチェ
Beatrice.
ウリ
Iryu?
So, this is magic. Rosa didn't get worse is actually pretty tame in comparison. I know, Rush. That's what makes it fucking even... Like, look. I actually believe that Rosa got her kid made her kid a gift for her birthday instead of buying it from a convenience store. Or a futon store. I thought she was being nice. This is a lot, even in the simple ways, she disappoints. It's like saying she made a cake for her daughter when she just bought it from the fucking vending machine. What the fuck, Rosa? Oh, god damn it, we're going back here? Stop cock blocking me on both ends! I'm getting fucked on both ends! I'm getting fucked on the past and the future! Take me to Rokujima or let me see what the fuck happens! It's the betrayal that hurts? Absolutely, Carrie. It's the fact that she said she handmade something like that so important, and turns out it's just some... We thought, oh, Rosa isn't so bad. Now it's like, you really are a piece of shit, Rosa. It really is. She's a fucking horrible mother in the big and in the small ways. I hate her. Carrie, I want to go to Rokujima. And Carrie, I want to solve the mystery of possibly there being no deaths this time. Seriously. Okay, Valor hasn't seen a single dead body, and Valor is unlikely to see anyone's dead body in this episode at the moment, which is very fucking suspicious because every other episode we've had a confirmed death by Valor's eyes. We have not had any this episode, so every death is suspect. Oh, fuck my breath. Didn't Kenzo kill a bunch of people? Apparently. apparently Kinzo killed a bunch of people. The problem is, BB, calm down. Sorry, it's fucking Umineko. It's doing this to me. Holy shit. Okay, so apparently, like, the weirdest shit is that the Chester sisters are confirmed to exist, according to everyone who survived the massacre. Fine. But like they're the one, every one of them's confirming it, and no one's seeing them otherwise. It's like, it's really suspicious right now. You've understood that she's been a terrible mother the whole time. You just kind of focus on why she's like that. She kind of missed the forest of trees. You kind of missed autocorrect. It's honestly, is it kind of, wait, what, the what now? Okay, so the gun bunnies in the last episode, every one of the Kraus, Natsuhi, Shannon, Cannon, not Rudolph, he's dead. Kire and Eva, I think, is dead too. I think Hideyoshi's dead as well. I can't remember now. Or he's supposed to be dead at least. Supposedly. Yeah, so supposedly they exist. Yeah, Kire, Kraus, Shannon, Cannon, and Nanjo all agree they saw Chester's, Runaway, Virgilio, and Gap. Now, the only issue is, and so does, by the way, Kumasawa and Goda, but they aren't mentioning that to the kids. Okay. Oh, but all this is, yes, exactly, Carrie. This is the one time where people have died, but Battler has not seen any of the dead bodies afterwards so far. Normally, someone who died will see that first, and then Battler will come across them a bit later. But in this episode, no. The only thing we have to go on is that everyone else is saying they're dead, but Battler is not going to see the dead bodies either because, well, where the dead bodies are supposed to be, Battler has no reason to go towards them. He thinks there's a murderer on the loose after all. Yeah, this is a serial reliability scenario. Exactly what Victor's saying, yep.
A test?
Mm-hmm. Well, listen well. Once again, there was a call from Kraus to the guest house. The message was that Kenzo wanted to hold a test to see if the grandchildren and the qualifications would be the next head. It has said that his successor will not be one of us siblings. He wants to pick from you grandchildren. From Krause's restrained style of speech, Jessica realized that his daughter that he was being forced to speak. And she was forced in the realization that hostages were being exposed to even more danger now. Yeah, this too. There is the strong question right now if Kraus and everyone else is even in a dungeon. Like, we've seen them in a dungeon, sure, but we have no idea if that perspective can actually be trusted because as far as Battler's seen, he's only been told they're in a dungeon. We haven't seen them in a dungeon by Battler's eyes. So they could just be at Kumadorian right now, honestly. To be fair, every moment with Kinzo's a dungeon. Or like a dungeon. You know. Valor didn't witness it, it's suspect in your books. Very understandable. If my kind of perspective is similar, Victor, where it's a case of if Battler didn't see it, I have to take what happens in broad strokes. Kind of like saying, oh, like every one of the siblings everyone who isn't here right now is in the same location. That's basically what I'm taking from the dungeon. I'm not taking a lot else from the dungeon, but I am taking they are in the same location from the dungeon. And that this is something they do not want to do. I mean, can you imagine Kraus wanting to fucking do this? I can't. And that they refused to say so, especially the hostages would be harmed. Note that as the game board battler, because player battler sees the supernatural stuff. Yeah, Purgatory battler sees everything, as Rush is saying, which makes his perspective less helpful. You think he's terrified the grandkids are gonna die? The secret tunnel too. The secret tunnel is very suspicious. I think the secret tunnel really does exist, but fuck if I know. Like, the secret tunnel there, by the way, sorry, Carrie. There seems like there is confirmed to be a secret tunnel between Kuwadorian and the main mansion, which we all agree makes sense because remember, in the past, Kinzo would sneak out and no one could find him. There being a secret entrance in to Kuwadorian makes a lot of sense.
So what should we do?
Hold
on. Kraus had the receiver away from his and looked at the grinning Kinzo on the other side of the bars. Kinzo gave his next order.
Before the test, those unrelated must be removed. Tell them to shoot the fuck out of Kumasawa and Goda. Remove their faces from their face. Goda and Kumasawa are there, I believe. It would be proud to interfere with the test. Banish them from the guest house.
Banish, you say?
There should be a gardening storehouse in the Rose Garden. Walk Goda and Kumasawa in there. What? Really? I mean, fine, I guess. It's really? We'll begin from there. Tell them to do it immediately. My weapons will be watching. They do think questionable while instantly stop the test and execute all sacrifices.
I understand. Hello, Jessica? Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Kraus relayed to Jessica the orders to lock up Goda and Kumasawa. What kind of test are you planning? It's really a simple test. Roll the dice. If you get Yahtzee first, you become my successor. As my immigrants who show me the resolve. With his pleasure, Kira watched Kraus, who was talking with the children. They ran but for now, we can't refuse orders. In this dungeon, a feeble resistance will amount to anything. But we broke him too much and drive him into a position where he might kill us. There will no longer be any way to stop this murderer. For now, the only choice left is obey his rules without agitating him. All while waiting for a chance. Oh, by the way, for extra confusing, Carrie, for the fucking absolute mindfuck, Shannon and Cannon had a discussion about the fact that this was episode 4. If you want the absolute mindfuck, they talked about the current episode. they were like, wow, it's rare that we live this long. Man, I can't believe Kinzo's taking the lead. It was, I'm a bit mind-fucked by that still, frankly. However, we continue... Yeah, okay, this is fake. That's part of my logic too, Carrie, don't worry. That seems absolutely fucking insane. But what does it mean? What does it mean in relation to the fucking Shannon or Canon or the same person or their fucking actually Beto theory? What does it mean if they're talking about the game inside of the game? What does it mean? What does it mean? They're waiting for Cannon to bust out laser and shiv a guard with it to get the key. Does this mean that the tea party didn't end this time? I don't know. Maybe it's still going on. I'm confused as fuck too. Life is hell. Get me out. However, we continue to obediently follow his commands, and children might be attacked in the so-called test, and they might even lose their lives. Also, Balor has not fucking used the blue truth like more than once. Balor has been fucking annoyingly quiet. Whether we feign obedience or try to resist, nothing will cause the situation to improve. Anyway, keeping our eyes peeled so that we don't let a single chance escape into the very end is the only resistance possible now. While telling yourself this, Kirei watched over Krause to deliver Kindo's orders. Well, Beatrice isn't obliged to answer at the end, so Balor's just stocking up right now. I suppose that's what... I think that's what Balor's doing, but I don't know what the fuck Balor's gonna say. Like, if I was Balor, like, the best theory I have, if by the end of the night, the game ends and Balor never, and Game Board Balor never saw any bodies, yeah, my strongest connection would be, no one died. The fuck you're talking about? Like, admittedly, that's very easily cut down, but, like, right now, there's no proof of anything, essentially, you know? Like, oh, no one died. It's like Red Truth. Someone died. It's like, I cannot solve this mystery. You have given me too little information.
Kirei-san.
Kirei-san. Let us be patient. I know. It's unfortunate, but all we can do right now is wait. If we can just do something on these bars when we get back to the mansion.
なんとかここを出られれば。
You're starting to think the ridiculous is a clue in of itself, and your stuff is reinforcing it. Please, Victor, please expand on what your thoughts are, because they are very fucking helpful. I'll try something. Kinzo-san, I have a request. You may understand you want to test the children. Is it fine for you to do things as you desire? Without your power, the Ishirumi family might have collapsed long ago. We truly understand why you want to carefully select the person who would take charge. Besides, this is what the family conference is about. When we get in your way, please don't fucking kill us.
I am glad to have your understanding, my bestest of friends. That's right, this is the family conference. The final family conference where I will select and finalize the next head.
So
the thing is, Kinzo-sama, it's so far too cold in here. You want to do the test, Suki? You think it's just let you warm place? Do you know where the 10 tons of gold went? Into all these goddamn secret rooms? No, what? No, how could that be? Huh? Nanjo's words, the slight signs that Kinzo's mood had been improving, were blown away. A moment of silence struck Nanjo as Kinzo glared at him with dangerous eyes as though evaluating him. Certainly, this place is cold. It's tough on an old body. My lord, wouldn't it be alright if we move them upstairs? If no one is trustworthy because the scenario is so ridiculous, you're trying to think of why that? Andy's trip showed that Beatrice has fat stacks of cash. Yes, Beatrice has at least 2 billion yen. How the fuck that works out in this case? Not entirely sure, but yes.
That is not happening. I don't think so. I know how I can usually foundations for few moves that appear to give me a turns reading room. I'm not falling for that. Oh, no. Insist on your phrasing and I will line the door next with a hot red hot toast. Okay, having the Resident Evil trailer play under the video made it seem even scarier. Great. Wonderful. My apologies. Virgilia had tried to help out too, but in the end, Kinzo was having none of it because Kinzo did not want to hear the opinion of a woman. My god, imagine doing that. Listening to women. That's not the Usarumia family way. Jesus. Can you imagine simping for a woman? By the way, in Kinzo's definition, simping for a woman is listening to them at all. Like, Jesus Christ. Kinzo's not like that. No! This is like 5% exaggerated on how I imagine he's actually like in some ways. You two sure are obedient. Unless it's Beatrice. It's not simping if it's for the correct reasons, Ark! If you felt like it, you could easily break these bars. Even if we break these, nothing would come of it. Wait, is Gap in the dungeon? No, look at the perspective's a bit fucky-wucky occasionally. They changed the perspective. We're inside the cells now, and Gap is outside them. True. It would, if you were to break these, it would mean the end of Goldsmith's game. All of you, as well as those humans in the guest house, would immediately become sacrifices for Kinzo's ritual. But, you know, you two might be the only ones who hold the power to break through this situation. Right. You want to reach the Golden Land, don't you? You must have many dreams you want granted, right? Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
You mustn't provoke them. This is not your game.
親方様
It is the master's game and my ladies.
どうしたロノウェイ
What is it, Runaway?
いえいえ何も。
Oh, nothing.
捕虜とおしゃべりをしていました。
We're chatting with the prisoners.
お許しを。
Forgive us. Gap sent one final sneering smile at Cannon, then turned away. Cannon can only bite his lower lip and shake his fists. Damn it.
よく頑張ったね。
Well done.
よく我慢した。
Stop holding it in. You might have to have killed yourself again otherwise.
僕たちは無力だ。
We're powerless.
家具だから。
Because we're furniture.
そうだね。
That's right. We're
私たちは
powerless.
無力。でも家具は必要とされることだ
But there's times when furniture is needed and even loved.
愛され
I'm
ること
going to
だから
fucking change the settings again because goddamn their voices are now quiet again. Way too quiet. Like, oh my fucking god. Sometimes the voice is... Why the music is at, like...
今の私たちは
We're stood away in the basin right
暗い
now.
地下室にし
That's
まわ
all.
れているだけ。きっといつか
I'm sure that someday
誰か
somebody
が
will love
愛し
us.
てくれる。
Is this fucking Cannon's / Shannon's room? Is this the room of the Beatrices in training? Kenzo, do you have a fucking grooming room? Kenzo! Kenzo! What the fuck, Kenzo?
必要としてくれるから。
Need
だ
us.
から今は挑
So for now, let's
発に
ignore the
ならないで
provocations. Bear with it.
耐えよう。
Yeah, he probably dies. You know what? I'll prefer that kind of... I don't care if it's a typo. I prefer if that happens. Okay.
お父さん
Father,
ゴーダたちを倉庫
I
に
ordered them to lock up Goda and Kumasawa in the
し
storehouse.
ましたよかろう
Oh god, these people are so broken. No one's ever fucking happy.
電話を切って
You
よい
may hang up now.
シエスタ姉妹
Chester sisters?
孫たちがゴー
They're
ダ
the
と
grandchildren
熊
they
沢を
locked
閉
Goda
じ
and
込める
Kumasawa
のを開
away.
始せよもしも不審な動き
Using
が
suspicious, then in that moment the second test my success will be
その
over.
時点で次期当主を選ぶテストは終了だ
Sir, they've begun playing Uno. Sir, they've begun to play Uno.
Uno. That is a game of luck with no skill. I say that is a worthy challenge for them.
When Kenzo made his order, the Chester sisters appeared behind him on a line.
了解であります。
Understood, sir.
石膏は
I will
私が
scout.
やる。556と410は両翼支援。
556 and 410. Cover both flanks.
45は全周警
45.
戒。
Wide area surveillance.
ダブル
Yamoro!
55
556 is...
そうだった。
That's right.
すまない。
Sorry.
いい子でした。
She was a good kid. What the fuck?
だから私は嫌いに。
That's why I don't like them near. What the fuck? Wait, what? Oh, wait. Is 556 the servant who tripped and left? You guys remember that? That was a fucking long time back now. Jesus Christ, that was a long time back now. But do you guys remember that? About the rumors about, like, oh, if you speak badly of Beatrice-sama, you're gonna get fucked up. And then they mentioned a girl who got fucked up by falling down some stairs or something. Huh. Huh.
いいやつは。
Good people.
何をしている
What
か
are
シ
you
エ
doing,
スタ姉妹
Chester sisters?
我が命令を遂行せよ。
Carry out my orders!
失礼しました。
My apologies, sir.
では
Then,
監視
let's
に
go
向かうであ
observe.
ります。出撃。
Move out! The sisters race their forms simultaneously. Nanjo and Kirei witnessed the instance. They appear and disappear despite teleportation. They interpreted this as if they had probably moved in and out of the darkness in a way that only looked like teleportation. And the two could do nothing but rub their eyes.
さて、
Well then,
私はテストの
I
準
shall begin
備をし
preparing for the test.
ロノウェ
Running!
ガー
Boop!
お前たちには試験官を頼む。
I'm asking you to be the
ワル
examiners.
ギリアはこやつ
Virgilia,
ら
you
を監
watch
視するよ
these rats.
何しろ我が神
After
が
all, two of my
二
furniture
人
are
いる。
here.
一応は警戒せよ。
Just in case, be on your guard.
He glanced sharply at Shannon and Cannon. Tightly closing her eyes, Shannon gave a silent bow, answering wordlessly that she would not cause any trouble.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
注意します。
I'll be careful.
リーアの老体には寒くて
Isn't this coat hard on your body, Leah?
湯たんぽでも持って
Should
く
I
る
bring you a hot water bottle?
うるさいです。
Shut up.
早く置い
Hurry
てな
up
さい。
and go.
ガッ
Gap. How did you even remove an A in her name?
さてさて、テストとは。
Whoa,
そして試験
whoa, tests and examiners. What a strange experience we have this game.
お嬢様を
I
楽し
do
ま
hope
せる
this development entertains my lady.
さあさあおいでなさい。ヤギの従者たち。
Come, arise, goat attendants. Sorry, my eyeballs itch way more than they should. Bleh. Virgilia called out into darkness, and from that spot, three massive goat-headed attendants slowing him out in division.
リーチの眷属ね。
Ah, Richie's minions.
便利だわ。
How useful.
しかも暖か
And they
そうだ
look
し
so warm.
ああ、
I see.
湯たんぽの
So
代わり。
this is instead of a hot water bottle. Wait, are you... Gap, are you saying that fucking Kumasawa warms herself up with some hot goat bodies? What the fuck?
なら、ヤギより
In
羊の
that
方がいい
case,
の
wouldn't
か
sheep have been better than goats?
カシミヤ臓器のくせにうる
Shut
さい
up
ですよ。
about it. You cashmere mop.
彼らは賢く
They
は
aren't
あり
very
ません
bright,
が
but they
命令
faithfully
に
follow
忠
orders
実で
and are
強
quite
靭な頼れ
dependable.
る従者たちです。
任せるぞ。
I'll leave it to you.
我が友
My
ワ
friend
ルギリアよ。
Virgilia.
The 残りのものは
The rest
私
is
と
up to
来い
you. Follow me.
James returned with a grand swish of his cloak. Following him are Ronove and Gap, as well as three recently summoned goat attendants.
あなたたちは私と残るのですよ。
You three are supposed to wait here with me.
ついていかな
Don't
いよ
follow them. The goats jumped in surprise and they came plodding back. Kirei, who had been watching all this played out, couldn't help but snort.
愉快な部下ね。
What entertaining underlings.
ゴールドスミス卿より
Lord Goatsmith
死
did
後の
not give
許可
you
は与えられてい
permission
ません
to
よ。
speak freely. You're probably a little embarrassed. Originally I spoke coldly, but Kira could see right through that, and for a little while she couldn't restrain her muffled laughter. However, on the inside, Kira was surprised by the number of people Kinzo had with him. Because, including Kinzo himself, at least 10 enemies had already been spotted. The dungeon we were currently locked in was supposedly underneath the hidden mansion called Kuadorian. However, this mansion existence had been whispered of, not even Kraus had known for a fact of it until today. Were there actually several facilities like this on Rokujima, unknown to all but of Kinzo, hiding untold numbers of henchmen that only Kinzo knew of? So how many humans are on Rokujima locked away by the typhoon? No, actually, are we the only ones under the impression that there were only 18 people on the island? Has figured over whether creatures exist or not, and racked our brains over something as minor as a 19th person. Were we on this island a perfect example of frogs in a well? I'm sorry, what the fuck's that phrase? No, wait, in fact, at this point, are there actually more people on the enemy side than ours? Yes, you're on the enemy side. I seriously do not trust this perspective anymore. Just what the hell is going on? Witches? Demons? Magic? Am I supposed to believe in those? Am I screwed up or is my head? I think I'm losing it. You know what? Imagine her saying this, except instead of being in a dungeon, she's inside of a room and everyone and Kinzo and all the servants are talking like they're fucking witches and stuff. You know what? Suddenly that fits in very well. Like, imagine you're a grown-ass woman and you're seeing your grown-ass, like, the family you married into with the head of the family acting like magic's real and shit. Like, I'd be going, what the fuck? Like, I'd be kind of like Kira here. I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? Magic? Are you serious? And, like, you see Kumasawa, too. It's like Kumasawa, the fucking 60-plus-year-old, and she's just like, Kumasawa, what the fuck is this crap? A mass murder by magic. Demons forming and disappearing into thin air? More importantly than the enemy's numbers. How should we interpret the various things thrust before our eyes that cannot be explained with the common sense of the world? Evie, you would be demanding that Kinzo explain everything. Okay, yes, but Okay, yes, I would, but I'd also be going, dude, what the fuck is this shit? Kyurei started feeling like she didn't know what was going on anymore, and was desperately battling the urge to abandon everything and give up, and she clenched her teeth in an attempt to hold on to her sanity. Obviously, Goda and Kumasawa were quite unwilling to be locked in the Rose Garden shed, but it threatened that, if they resisted, the lodge's safety could not be guaranteed. It was very hard to get them to agree. Once the idea was raised that their safety might actually be guaranteed if the key to the guarding storehouse was handed to them through a cracked open window after they were shut inside, and it was suggested that blankets could be carried in for them, they were finally convinced. God forbid a man likes roleplay. God forbid if a man likes roleplay. That's fucking lore. In which case, you shall shame him entirely and forevermore. I'm actually running out of breath now because I keep going on these long-winded explanations and theory crafting, and it's starting to actually exhaust me. Ah, fuck, it's my own fault.
This place is rather chilly. I wonder how long we'll stay locked up in here.
In the worst case, now we're moving till Monday morning, so full day and night. I feel really bad about doing this to you two. Hold on a second. I gotta see if I can get a drink and I need to use the bathroom. Guys, I'm gonna fucking have a panic attack in the bathroom. If I don't come out, assume that I died because I panicked too hard. Be back shortly, hopefully, unless I have a panic attack. Okay. My throat is dead. It's time to die further. Holy shit. George rather cleared space on the floor than spread the blankets there. They also left canned food, crackers, and other light snacks that they had brought.
月曜の朝までを2人でこの量じゃ辛いな。
It'd be hard for you guys to go until Monday morning with just this.
せめて厨房に言われたなら。
If only we could have stopped by the kitchen.
余計な場所には行くなと言われてる。
We were told not to go to any unnecessary places.
私たちは監視されてるらしいしな。
You apparently have us under surveillance after all. Damn it.
何もお力になれないことを申し訳なく思います。
I'm honestly sorry that we cannot be of any use.
こんな時に皆さん
These
の
are
お
the
そ
times that
ば
we're
にい
truly
てこ
supposed to
そ
be on your side.
私どもなのに。
仕方ないです。 それより
It can't be helped.
熊
And
沢
more
さんを
importantly,
よ
we're
ろし
trusting
く
to
頼
take
み
care
ま
of
す。
Kumasawa-san.
何が起こるかわからない。
You don't know what's going to happen.
いざという時は臨機応変に助けてほしい。
When it comes down to it, I want you to do what you can to help her.
そして何よりも無事でいてほしい。
And more than anything else, I want you to be safe.
ええ、分かっています
Yes, I
皆
understand.
さんこそ
Please, everyone,
気
be
をつけてく
careful.
ださいね今の親方様はまるで人の
And now,
命を
Masters, thinking of his lives like they're a piece of a chessboard.
気をつけてください
Please be careful. Go to stare at the floor, remembering the trust in the dining hall, even now unable to believe what had happened. And he hung his head in shame at his inability to fully describe the terror.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
くれぐれも注意してくださいね。
Just make sure to be on your guard.
熊沢さんも。
You too, Kumasawa-san.
ジョージさんたちもくれ
No,
ぐ
you
れも
please
ご用心
take
なさ
care
っ
as
てくだ
well.
さいね。もう私には何が何やらさっぱりわかりませんとも。
I don't know what's going on anymore.
それじゃあ僕たちは行きます。
Well, then I'll be off.
行こう、バトラ君、ジェシカちゃん。ほら、マリアちゃんも。
Balakun, Jessica-chan? Come on, Maria-chan, you too. Looking at the painful expression on the face of the pair to be imprisoned, it became hard to close the shutters. But we can't disobey. We're being watched. We rolled the shutter down and locked it. You're like a fucking dumbass. Then George headed to the small window on the side of the storehouse. The small lattice, lattice. I know what that word is, I just can't say it. Which could only be used for light and ventilation. Like something from a jail, making the two of them seem even more pitiable. On the other hand, it would protect them from Kinzo and his subordinates, or so one would hope. He opened the window and called out.
大丈夫ですか？寒くないですか？
No. You're alright? Are you alright? You're not cold, are you?
We're alright. We get all these blankets after all.
くるまっていればきっと平気ですよ。
We wrap ourselves up, we'll be just fine.
石油ストーブとかを持って
I
くれ
wish
ば
we
よ
could
か
have
った
brought them a kerosene stove or something.
ここじゃ換気で
But
きない
it
から
wouldn't
ね
have ventilation here.
辛いだろうけど
It's tough,
今
but there's
仕方
nothing
が
we
ない
can do about it.
僕たちは人質を取られている
Hostage being held against us. I'm yawning again.
逆らえない
We can't disobey.
畜生
Damn it.
なんとかキリエさんたちを救出することができれば
You should save Kirei-san and the rest somehow.
聞かれてるかもしれない
They might be able to hear you.
ゴーダさんこれ
Yoda-san, here.
そのシャッターの鍵です
The key to the shutter. George drew the key and through the tiny window.
確かに
Thank you.
お預かりしま
I'll
す
hold on to it. George took the key and after showing it to Kumasawa, placed it in his own pocket. There's only one key to the guarding shed shutter. That was being held by those who were locked up inside of it. If the children had held onto it, then if it was stolen from them by some chance, they would risk exposing the lives of those in the shed to danger. You know, I'm kind of surprised about that. I could have isn't it standard design that you can open up most, like, can you open up most garage doors, even if, like, they're locked? Nowadays, am I going crazy? I thought, isn't that a thing? Even with the key, the shutter could not be opened from the inside. It satisfied Kinzo's demand. However, it's no longer any way to be checking the outside either. This would protect them. Kinzo ordered them that they be confined, and we do nothing but trust that this code-locked room would protect them. It's the 80s, BB. Yeah, I know it is Rush. I just was like, I didn't know. I guess the policies that made that a thing aren't happening yet. Just kind of surprised, I guess, about that. Holding Maria's hand, Jessica watched George hand over the key. They looked over the thickets in the pitch black rose garden. Somewhere in the darkness, somebody was hiding, watching to see whether they obeyed orders or not. Of course, merely pointing their flashlights out there did nothing to make any suspicious silhouettes appear. The sun was surely out there, hiding and watching. They were hit many times and the urge to scream at them. They held that back for a reason. The four children left the area behind, repeating, looking back over their shoulders. Fuck. The evil light from the light bulb in the guarding storehouse was seeming out slightly. Was it all possible that this insane incident would somehow come to an end, so they could see those two again? George had chose. I wish to be taken away from my ability to speak. It is obviously not something I deserve. George, who had closed the shutter himself, for assistance of the lock, made it feel as though he had killed them with his own hands. Even so, can't disobey. A test? What the hell, old man? I killed Mom, touching Dad for that? I don't get it, I'll kill him! It's alright, Jessica, One-chan. There's nothing to be sad about. Maria. Maria? The witch will be revived very soon. It won't be long before you see me, her in the Gonaland. Please shut up out. Please, please be quiet about your cope, Maria. I don't want to hear about your coping right now. Deserved. And it, also, please go to a therapist. Don't laugh at inappropriate times. Seriously, a resurrection ritual for a witch? Getting all these people involved. That's gonna cost you, bastard. Well, let's return to the guest house. It'd be bad if we weren't there when grandfather calls. Urged on by George, everyone began walking towards the guest house. And I, myself, began to fucking fall asleep because I am made of dumbassery. At that moment, Jessica spun around and roared towards the darkness of the rose garden. Hey! Someone's watching, right? Tell the old man! Tell him I'm gonna freaking kill him! Let's go! Of course, there was no reply, only the howl of the wind and the rain. The children returned to the guest house, in fear of what would be waiting for them when they got back. After they departed, from the exact point of the darkness that Jessica yelled at, 2 rabbit ears sprung up. Sorry! They found me out! It's because you're too slow, 45, Mia! And Dragon Summer's going to score you! I'm sorry, please don't tell my Dragon Summer on me! Shut up, be quiet. It's obviously just a bluff. Goda Kumasawa's imprisonment confirmed. Mission accomplished. Time to report back. Yay! That is not neener. That was it. Yeah. That was too, what? Who the fuck decided yay was to be translated as neener? Who decided this? Who decided this bad decision? No, we're not stuck on nothing with carrots and water because of collective responsibility. Let's go. Are we already done with part 14? Nope, I'm sorry, we're on part 15 still. Great. It certainly seemed to be a fact that they were being watched. Because once they returned to the cousin's room, turned on the lights, and lay down in their beds, the phone rang again. Up until now, Jessica had been answering the phone, seeing as it was her house. And now it was George, as the eldest, who picked it up. George handed you Balor out of consideration. This time Kirei was on the other side. Sorry, I missed that. Hello? Kirei-san? Is everything alright over there? Thanks for worrying. It's agreeable for now. Sorry, I've been ordered to refrain from speaking freely. Listen close to what I'm about to tell you. One thing is that Kenzo hasn't directly given out any instructions on the phone so far. Also correct, Victor. Very, very suspicious. Why put the phone in the back of the cell? Also true. Very fucking suspicious. In fact, the house still hasn't changed. And Kinzo or one of his subordinates are probably listening to this conversation. I'm gonna put that down in my notes again. Val restrained the urge to talk about the other things and focused on what Kirei had to say. The test we given Jessica-chan, George-kun, Ballard-kun, and Maria-chan in that order. You'll be caught out in turn, so until then, do not leave that room. The person who's caught out will head to the designated location alone. Al repeated so out loud so his cousins would also understand.
Jessica, Aniki,
Jessica, Aniki, me, and Maria in that order stay in the room until we were caught. Right. Oh shit, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? No, I'm not gonna sneeze. Maybe I sneeze. I don't know yet. Got it. Maria too? What's this old fart going to force her to do? God damn it. The future of the Ushinomiya family rests in all of your hands. Do your best. Yeah. Sure. Alan noticed a strange nuance in Kirei's words. Without any blood connection, he could still understand thanks to the long-lasting bond they shared. Now is not the time to worry about the future of the Ushinomiya family. That was the message that Kirei wanted to send. Probably meant there is no way for her to escape from this dungeon, and we only can wait to be rescued. Our lives are in your hands. Something like that. Yeah, leave it to us. No idea what kind of test it is. Bring it on. I'm not backing down from any challenge. It's a serious test, right? It's okay for us to go all out. Yes, it's a serious test. He plans to seriously test you all. That's no good, no goddamn good at all. Someone far in death's door thinks he can take me on when I'm serious? Let's see him spew that shit from beyond the grave. He's there, so tell him this for me. The next set is me. My first act will be to implant my fist into your face. I give it a 6 out of 10. Cow tits was a better line, honestly. In that Kirei having repeated, Balor's powerful declaration of war reached Kinzo's ears.
Batter!
I will truly be looking forward to it!
一度は後ろ宮の名を捨てた男が何を身につけ
I can't wait to see what a man who wants to discard the Ushinomiya name has obtained. What state of mind he has ascended as he stands before me?
楽しみにしている。そう伝えよ。
Tell him that!
Unfortunately, Kinzo's voice was not picked up by the receiver. Fucking doubt. The Kirei spoke for him. He says he's more than up for the challenge. Alright, Ballard-kun. Now, the obvious question I feel should be put out here, by the way, is if... Okay, let's do a theory bit. Let's do a bit of theory crafting here, okay? So, as Victor said, we haven't had Kinzo talk through the phone yet. So, let's presume that means that Kinzo is either dead or not around. Okay. So then, what's actually happening then? Oh yeah, Kinzo's right there on the other side of the phone from us. Which is why he can't come to the phone and say himself. Yeah. Exactly. Like, what is if, let's say Kinzo isn't here. Either he's dead or he's missing. Either or. Okay. So what's actually happening here then? What is going on? If Kinzo's alive and he's just putting on a test, it makes enough sense, but if Kinzo isn't here, what is everyone else doing? Why is, like, what is Kirei and everyone else, what are they trying to get out of this by making their kids do whatever the fuck they're gonna do? The scenario makes no sense. Why get the adults to just screw around with the kids? It's a very good question. Unless they're, like, trying to get them to solve the epitaph or something, I guess. Be kind of weird. You think we have to assume Kinzo's alive? I mean, we've talked about this. It makes sense for Kinzo to be alive, if, like, in some ways, but we also talked about how, like, it's confusing. Alright, Balakun, there's no need to hold back. You are Rudolph's son. No, you're my son. Show me something I won't be embarrassed to brag about. I entrust everything to you. Roger that, Mom. Oh, wow, that's a fucking... That would never happened before. First time talking to your stepmom and your mom. Wow. Leave the rest to us. All of us here have lost the right to inherit the position of head. Now we're just the same as pieces sitting off the chessboard looking on from the outside. If Kinzo's dead, every scene involving him gets a lot more complicated. Yeah, Ark. It's why I don't want him to be dead partially, because fuck... I do not want to interpret episodes 1, 2, and 3 in the perspective of Kinzo's fucking dead. It gets confusing. Beatrice is doing a lot to convince Battle that Kinzo's alive, and that's about all he got out of his presence so far. Like, it's not impossible that Kinzo died within the last year, and maybe some people were, like, okay. Kraus himself is never going to meet Kinzo. Because Kraus doesn't want to meet Kinzo, for obvious reasons of trauma. So, if the Cerns are all working together, theoretically they can keep it hidden, but obviously the problem comes in if Kinzo, like, they need to have, like, recordings of Kinzo prepared and stuff. Beetle could be using Scenario Trick Player Battler, Purgatory Battler 2. Yeah, it's what makes things, like, even more complicated, sadly. So you have to fight by yourself now. Kirie-san. Nuance of those words. We've already given up. You forget about us. But for that very reason, I won't give up. I'm gonna wreck this test or whatever and save everyone. Well then, here are the instructions for this test, Jessica-chan. Enter your own room, he says. Own room? Means Jessica's personal room in the mansion. That, you suppose it's possible that Kumasawa is praying and talk to Kinzo over the phone? And she's on the other side of the cause? Or did she die? Kumasawa was just locked in the guarding shed. Yeah, Kumasawa is apparently locked in the guarding shed, which, for obvious reasons, is confusing as fuck, because Virgilia exists, and Virgilia can't exist, per se. Like, if Virgilia, like, let's put it simply, Virgilia and Kumasawa cannot be in the same room together, because Kumasawa is Virgilia. So, there's some bullshit going on here. Yeah, you did see Virgilia earlier, Carrie, that's why we're agreeing that there has to be some bullshit going on, because like, if Virgilia isn't, like, Kumasawa isn't there. Balor's seen Kumasawa. So that means that Virgilia shouldn't be there, which means things are getting a bit nonsensical. I'll hand it over to Jessica. Yeah, Victor is saying this too. Virgilia showed him in the dining room too when Kumasawa was there, and they proceeded to go in two separate directions. Is Kumasawa running away? No, Virgilia and Kumasawa are in this episode, which is why things get confusing. Tell her this directly. Jessica? Moshi Moshi? Okay, I understand. Virgilia and Kumasawa are several people in this episode, but as we should know, Arc, that doesn't make sense. It especially doesn't make sense because what we have learned in this episode, like, okay, the Angie scene and Mirage Saucier both kind of reinforce the idea that Kumasawa is Virgilia. Because let's remember, Mirage Saucier was created as a group between Maria, Beto, and Virgilia. And Virgilia knows Beto, and Virgilia was told to be Kumasawa, so that reinforces Virgilia is Kumasawa. So what's happening in the game board for this episode with them being separate people is bullshit. Hey, first, huh? I'm ready. Be right back. In actuality, Jessica was probably feeling the fear of a girl her age. But she buried those feelings and strengthened her resolve.
Yoji.
Be careful, alright? We're being watched, right? We can't do anything. We can do exactly as we're told. Say the old geezer killed those 6 in the dining hall in instant. No hesitation. Maybe the same for us. I can't. I'll pay him back. Don't do anything reckless. If you think you're in danger, you put yourself first. If Uncle Kraus finds out his daughter's sacrificing himself for him, there's no doubt it would tear him apart. It goes the other way too. Mom and Dad were both killed and I was the only one left. My heart would rip itself into pieces. Badler-kun? Is what you said earlier true? Yeah. Kiria-san and the others are already prepared for what will happen. Not even more sure I'm ready. Fuck! Why can't I always be awake? Why? I'm even more sure I'm ready. Lies rest on our shoulders. Can't do anything while locked up. It's us up to do something about it. If anything happens... Poor BB, thanks, but I fucking hate being so tired more often than not. It sucks. I just want to be awake. If anything happens, run back to the guest house. That time we'll be done playing along with grandfather's game. Aniki.
その時点で
At
僕
the
た
time
ち
we
は
would declare war.
宣戦布告。どこかに閉じ込められている彼らを救い出し、おじい様に
You
は
lean towards unreliable
しかるべき
narration.
処遇を与え
No
る。
one that's seen any magic stuff can be treated as reliable. I mean, I don't entirely disagree with Victor. I don't entirely disagree with Victor because it does come across as them, like, possibly... Like, I would like to remind you that the only other time someone has survived a magic encounter and talked about afterwards is with Rose and Kire, who magic encounter was barely magical at all, and and then the encounter between the servants, and then everyone was like failing to actually explain shit.
いいのか、兄貴。
Are you sure, Aniki?
シャノンちゃんもいるんだろ。
Chan's there too.
だからといって、僕は座して婚
That
約
doesn't
者
mean
が
I'll
殺
sit
され
around
る
waiting
の
for
を
my
待ちは
fiancé
しな
to
い
be
よ。
killed.
僕が恐ろしいのは
It doesn't mean that Chan might not be
お
killed.
じい様にシャ
It's
ノン
that
が
it's
殺
not
され
that
る
Chan
かも
may
し
be
れ
killed
な
by
いことに
grandfather.
怯えることじゃない。僕の婚約者に
I just worry you guys will be the
恐
first
怖
to
を味
find
わわ
that
せた草
doddering
地
old
を
bastard who gave my fiancé a taste of terror and literally beat me to the punch.
ぶん殴っちまうことだけさ。
Oh my god, did George say something badass about his underage fiancé? Holy shit! Yuri didn't really see any magic though in episode 2. She just saw a schoolgirl outfit with Beatrice walking around. True, that is but that is a magical moment, as we all know. At least Balor and Beatrice would say so. And Balor and Kinzo.
なるほどな。
Now I get it.
確かにこいつは
Yeah, this really is a test
次
that
期
it's
当主
gonna
が
next
誰
set's
か
gonna
を
be.
決めるってテストらしいぜ。
だな。
Yep.
クソじじいの
The first one to bury a fist in that old geezer's face is a successor.
次の投資だぜ。
George, Valor, and Jessica each forcefully nod their heads and put their fists together. Then Jessica head off to get killed. Her form disappeared in the darkness of the rose garden, which was shaking in the violent winds. As they saw her off, George and Valor hardened the trembling fists. His back was watched through the window by Maria, who had remained upstairs. Her expression was blank.
みんなは何を息巻いてるのかな
I wonder why everyone is getting so upset.
ベアトリーチェが蘇ればみんな
When Beatrice revived, we can get her to bring everyone back to life.
Jessica's form had already been completely swallowed up by the darkness. At the time, the phone began to ring. Began to ring again? Valor and George heard it and came clattering back, but Maria picked up the receiver right away.
もしもし
Hello!
マリア様です
Maria Sama?
シャノンです
It's Shannon.
ジョージ様代わっていただけます
Would you please hand the phone over to George Summer?
This time it's Shannon on the phone. And the purpose of the message was to tell the next person, George, where he was to go. Umineko Nanaku Koroni. Guys, look! Oh my god. I just realized that the fucking entirety of the question arcs is gonna take less time than fucking Code Steel 3 took. Oh my god, the entirety of fucking Code Steel... all 4 parts of this goddamn visual novel is shorter than fucking Code Steel 3! Ah! It goes without saying, but since the time she was born, she was raised in this mansion. The western-style house that the cousin simply called the mansion was her home. And yet she had never understood her cousin's feelings as much as she did today. And at the same time, her own home, which she knew too well, had felt so different place as it did now. Her own room. This has once been her personal highway, the only place in this mansion where she could feel at peace. However, the door had never felt as intimidating as it now. A test, he says? What the hell has he got waiting for me in there?
まさか私の机とか引っかき回してねえだろうな。
Better not have ransacked my desk or anything. Ah, fuck. Got tough trying to deceive herself. Trying to make herself believe she wasn't scared of anything. She grabbed herself and opened the door to her room. How long was Code 3? Yeah, no, it's not barely. Code fucking 3 was long as shit. I mean, it probably isn't exactly 129 hours like this is saying, especially considering I've opened up the game a couple times. But, and I've, like, probably been open on here for a little bit at least to analyze some shit. So, you know. When you saw that, fortunately, the room didn't appear to have been messed with. She relaxed. No one was there, of course. There's nowhere for anyone to hide. Right away, Jessica locked the door behind her. Now the room was safe. She peeked under the bed and in the closet, but of course no one was hiding there. What? What the hell? She looked at the clock. 11:10, just a little past that. Obviously, that is not a clock, I'm sorry to say. As her tension lessened and fatigue came back to her entire body, she realized how messed up this whole day had been. It was still only 11. The plan had been for all the cousins to get together, have fun playing around, then talk animally, all kinds of things, together into the night. Normally, would have been doing that kind of thing at this very moment. You didn't want him to draw a clock, did I? Nah, look, it's fine. This is a clock. Obviously. I'm just being a blind motherfucker and I can't see it. Why has that turned into this? It's all that old bastard's fault! How can you do that to Mom?
No.
To everyone! Her head was swimming with sadness and anger. Maybe it doesn't have a bell. Maybe it wouldn't have a bell. Can I imagine it without a bell? Does it become one without a bell? There's no one here to direct those emotions at. Because of the lock, the room security was guaranteed. Remembering that one more time, Jessica somehow regained her calm. If it keeps up like this, nothing happens. Jessica thought that she would like to go to the dining hall and see her mother's last face. Even though Goda emphasized so strongly that it was gruesome that she definitely shouldn't look at it. Even so, she wanted to see her mother's face one last time. But they weren't repeated that doing anything stupid would be put the hostages in danger. Yeah, the more you say that, the more that's emphasized about this, the more it sounds like no one died. Frankly, if I see if Balor sees a dead body, I am actually gonna be like, wow, fuck, they actually did kill someone. Fuck, if Kinzo's the only dead body, that'd be even funnier to me. Oh, you're right, it is raining outside the window. That is kind of neat. Could it be that locking the door was also against the rules? If I close myself up in here, I alone might be saved. If I don't open it, it will surely be against the rules, and Dad, Kanekun, Shannon, Aunt Kire, and Dr. Nanjo will be killed. There's no way the scale is balanced between 5 lives of my own. Did you tightly shut her eyes, resisting another part of herself which said, "Isn't it alright as long as I survive?" Head to the door and made to unlock it. Just then, a crisp applause rang out, making Jessica's heart leap.
鍵をかけたままならルール違反ということになり、人質たちにも危害が及ぶかもしれません。
What the fuck? If the door had remained unlocked, it might have been in violation of the rules, and harm could have come to the hostages.
しかしそれでも、
But even so, your own life might be saved.
助かるかもしれない。しかし、
However, resist that temptation rather than unlock the door yourself.
自ら鍵を開けようとした。そのあなたの勇気は称賛に値しますよ。
That bravery of yours is worthy of admiration. Who? I, the owner of this room, had searched to make sure there's nowhere any human could have been hiding. Where had this man? There's nowhere for a human to hide. Could something like that wasn't human have managed it? I was pretty sure this is my first meeting with this largely built middle-aged man. I, the owner of this room, had searched the room to make sure there were no humans in it. Totally how people talk. Look. Sometimes your inner thoughts become a bit chuny and you can't really help it, okay? Okay, you can't help, people can't help the chuny thoughts that go through their mind always, okay? Okay, sorry, not sorry. What translation am I using? I think English. Should I be using witch hunt? Apparently I'm on the default English settings for this. Should I be using witch hunt instead? Witch hunt is better? Okay. Wait, Ark is saying otherwise. I guess we'll keep going. There's not much of the stream time left. And not recognize this guy who looked like a butler and wore the seal of the one-winged angel. I mean, eagle. Why do I keep saying angel? What the fuck's wrong with me?
はじめまして、ジェシカ様。
A pleasure to meet you, Jessica-sama. Which one localizes it, but the default one is more direct, you think? That can be a good and bad thing in my experience.
私は親方様より家具頭を
I serve as the head furniture for the master, the 27th of the 72. I am called Ronove.
Ron? No. What? Genji-san?
Ah, Genji
Ah, yes. Genji-san is like my little brother. Or perhaps he was my true form in this world. Oh, we're getting fucking direct about it. Okay! So, this is Genji. Are you fucking with me? I could have been on a relatively better translation for 129 hours? Why? Perhaps you could even say he was my vessel. Oh, what? What's this guy saying? Oh, my apologies. This is not something that can be explained to a human. The official English is more of a literal translation, which I'm trying to be closer to the meaning. It's really a matter of preference because some phrases are translated differently. Change the translation and start over. I want to die immediately and violently. Well, let's move on to the main event. So this is old crackpot's test or whatever. Correct. This is the test that the master has granted us. You. As Ronway's elegant gesture, like that of a butler ordering for the mood, we set out. Oh fuck, we got into two different perspectives. Witch hunt and English. That sounds weird to say, but... Witch hunt. I'm not sure if I should slap or congratulate the Witch Hunt translation team for naming their translation Witch Hunt, or for, like, congratulations, you fucking... I don't know if I should slap you for the name or congratulate you for being so clever. I'm not gonna switch between them? Are you trying to make me have a heart attack? We're now exceptionally screwed up. Better forget it ever happened. Please erase our minds collectively, everyone. Yeah! What the hell? You're pretty sure the Witch Hunt group in-game is a reference to the IO wait, hold on, the fucking translation group came before the Witch Hunt? My brain feels like melting into cheese. Storm of global ice spun around, forming a small swirl as they gathered in one. Then that gold mountain disappeared like a pile of leaves blown away by cold country wind. And there lay a western envelope with a one-winged eagle crest done on in a gold leaf. Ronway just offered her to pick it up. Jessica timidly picked it up and opened the letter inside. What? What is this? It's an exceedingly simple test that looks for the qualifications for becoming the next head. Please attend to the question written there with the readiness of the next head who will bear responsibility to the Ushiromiya family. And tell me your answer as well as the thoughts that led you to it. What the hell? Shaking just here looked back and forth between the paper and Ronway's face several times. Oh, fuck, I'm tired of shit. At that time, George had been calling out after Jessica, who had seen the arbor of the rose garden. Wow, what a fucking mean play, guys. George goes to the rose garden, the arbor. Jessica goes to her room. You guys remember where the big emotional moments for these two characters were with their love interests? I do. I'm getting deja fucking vu. You have a plan to give Shannon the ring that would be prove their engagement here tonight. This time, things have gone normally. The one in front of George now was not Shannon. Oh, yeah. Yep, a fucking weird feeling. Very weird feeling. And also, kind of pushes to the idea that no one dies. Read it. That is Goldsmith's test for you. George picked up the Western envelope on the table where he had once drunk tea with Shannon and read its contents. Perhaps this message was short. After a single glance at it, George's eyes grew sharp. What is this supposed to be? It's what it looks like. This is a test given to you to find if you have the qualification to be the successor to the head. Ask yourself if what makes you qualified to be a successor? As you answer the question. What a stupid question. I agree. It really is a stupid question. Isn't the Ushiromiya family headship something just as trivial in Goldsmith's eyes? George lowered his eyes to the surface of the letter once again, examined its contents. George and Jessica. While the tests given them were slightly different, they were almost exactly the same. Among the three mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. It's a simple 3-choice test. Decide for yourself which one you will choose not to save. If you choose to choose, the test is suspended. Having permission to kill you right here by my own hands. It would include even that as a choice, and there are 4 choices. It's an awful long time since I got to play with a kid like you, so I can't say I'd be disappointed. Are these 3 choices only a test? Or will the choice be coming by its result? Don't be naive. The ones you choose, you definitely lose your life. Among the 3 mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. 1, your life. 2, Shannon's life. 3, everyone's lives. Wow. Wow. If you not choose, all the above will be lost. Wow. Wait, what makes this different from option 4? Wait. I'm actually a bit confused here. What makes option 1 different from option 4? Option 4 being don't choose and then get killed. What makes the option 4 and 1 different? Like, what makes those 2 different? Also, is this a wordplay thing? If I choose number 1, do I get Shannon? Is that how that works? Well, actually, yes, theoretically. At least for George. If this is all fake and no one's actually dying, then yes, that's the case. Because in that case, then, if George, quote-unquote, dies here, then he's taken away and you can choose to get killed and the other 2 get saved, presumably. No, this is literally if you choose when you die.
どうしてシャノンの名がここにあるんだ
Why is Shannon's name here?
2番目の選択肢にはそのものが最も必要とする愛する者の名が。
So which one I picked to sacrifice? Fuck it. I mean, okay, obviously the problem is Shannon would be if I was George, Shannon would be goddamn like sad as shit. I can't kill everyone else. I'm sorry. I'm not going to kill my family's family. No, fuck off. Never. Like, especially when I like them as much as George does. Killing Shannon is by itself a selfish option, possibly. I'm quite sure Shannon, admittedly, if Shannon was standing next to George, I'm quite sure Shannon would tell George to pick her to die. I'm quite sure, because, well, it's how Shannon is like. But George obviously wouldn't want that. Like, knowing everything I know, if 2 is the safest option, because I'm quite sure Shannon would be the one who's most fine with that, but I also wouldn't want her to die a lot, so I'd probably end up choosing myself. Interesting if Jessica got the same question. You choose to kill Cannon. Sorry. Jessica choice as the name of the person. One most seen by that person and most loved. And the Canon's name is written second on Jessica's test. I just find it really funny, Carrie, that basically you go, Shannon, I'd kill myself for you. Cannon, I'd probably just kill you. I just find that really funny. Sorry. I like imagine saying that to them like they're your best friends and you're at a party, you're like, look, I'd fucking die for you, Shannon. Cannon, I kill you, though. In the same situation. Just like, it's great. It's great. You gave this stupid question, Jessica, too? What does Jessica matter? Right now, you're the one being tested. It really is a simple 3-choice test. Which can you throw away for the sake of the other 2? Isn't that simple? If you still can't decide, would like me to lend you a coin?
Coin?
A coin? How would you choose between 3 options with something like that if something like that only has 2 sides? Oh, to make it slightly less humorous, you don't think Jessica loves Cannon as much as George loves Shannon? I mean, admittedly, Jessica... Okay, I'll be quite honest. I think Jessica's love for Cannon is a lot more... It comes from very much a better place than George's love for Shannon. At the very least, I think Jessica cares about fucking Cannon calling themselves furniture and wants them to see themselves differently and become a better person. George is happy with the Shannon that doesn't fucking have any confidence. Is grows over at a first commitment and is basically just a girl who does whatever, who is cute and sits there. Like, fuck you. Jessica and Cannon have a healthier relationship than George and Shannon.
となればおのずと
There's no one who would throw away their own life, so naturally only two options remain.
愛する者の
Will you give up everyone for the sake of the one you love?
全ての人間を諦めるか一人でも多くを救うために
Or will you give up the one person you love so that you can save as many people as possible?
どっちにも最も
Either way, you can fit it in if hit it with appropriate just cause.
だって
After all, this is Rokujima is now Demon Island.
悪魔の島ですもの人間の世界
The sickly sweet buddy pretense of the human world is not necessary. You kinda get the feeling Shannon wants it too, though? My man, Ark, I would like to reiterate, Shannon sees herself as furniture. If I wanted to date anyone who was like that, I'd fucking have a conversation with them at some goddamn point about, hey, I don't think you should view... is that really how you view yourself? Just as a piece of furniture? Like, I'd have a serious conversation about that because I want my romantic partner, the person I'd spend the rest of my life with, not to think so little of themselves as to think of them as a replaceable piece of furniture. Like, I would not hate that. If Victor wanted to date furniture, he'd hit up the local IKEA. Of course. Correct move.
誰も責めないわ
No one will blame you.
あなたの
Do as your heart desires.
後ろ宮家の
Well, ask yourself whether you possess the fitting qualification to succeed the headship of the Ushiromiya family.
いいえ
No, make your decision as though you are the Ushiromiya family head. Ugh. I think that's where I'm gonna end it for tonight now. That seems like the good point to end it off for the night. God damn, we're in chapter 18. Kenzo would have 100% to kill everyone else, unless that his loved one was Beatrice. Then he'd fucking kill everyone else. Anyway. You know what? Actually, just kill everyone else no matter what, huh? Anyway. Thank you, everyone, for coming to today's Umineko stream. Hope you guys had a great time. If it's your first time coming, suggest you subscribe in the Geisha Most or wherever I'm streaming. If you like me out the stream, leave a like, leave a comment down below. And until tomorrow when we do more Umineko and robot fighting, I'm gonna get up close, I'm gonna get quiet, and I'm gonna say goodbye.